Hi lovely people. If you're new here, welcome to the DIY enjoyment community. If you are interested in speaker design and improving sound quality, subscribe and join us. Today's video is about purchasing the elements of a designed crossover. I'm so excited to share today's video with you. Let's go. Load the last project. Click on View. Power dissipation. Suppose we have a 150 watt amplifier on 4 ohms, which means it provides 150 watts on 4 ohms and 75 watts on 8 ohms respectively. The first step is to check the power consumption of the resistors in watts. Just check the peak values. Multiply it by 1.2 to keep the resistors safer. Then enter it for each resistor. Don't change the other settings in the power dissipation window. This is the list of the required elements. In the following, I will show you the standard values. For purchasing the parts, you can save this video to see them whenever you want. We often need the colored area. As you can see, there is no 2.5 mH in the previous table, so don't just rely on the table and search the values on Google. So, first search for the value in Google, and if it is not in Google, choose the closest value from the table. The resistance of the elements should be as low as possible to make the crossover accurate. I suggest you use iron core inductors for the woofer because they may have less resistance compared to air core inductors. Don't use iron core inductors for tweeters because of possible harmonic distortion in high frequencies. The output power of the amplifier was 150. According to this specification, you can easily use this conductor because its allowed power is up to 250 watts. Now, let it search for the 5.3 ohm resistor. Its allowed power is 31 watts, and a resistor with the higher or equal allowed power is acceptable. I couldn't find a 5.3 ohm resistor with search, so I should select the closest value from the table. For capacitors, we should consider that the maximum output RMS voltage of the amplifier is 24.5 volts. The crossover capacitors usually have a high allowed voltage, so you can use them without worry. You can complete the list with this method. In the end, we see that the power passing through the speakers is about 80 watts, which is less than their allowed power, which was 100 watts, so we can easily use a 150 watt 4 ohm amplifier. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoy the content. This will make the video more popular. I love reading your comments, so let me know your thoughts below.